Hey, what's up, my uplifting life partners? This is Ron Simplified Myers. Today, I wanted to come talk to you about attracting the right people. Now, let's understand that there's about, at least from everything that I've read, there's about 7 billion people that walk the earth. Now, that means there are people that are going to cross our path that we agree with, people we disagree with, people headed in the same direction as us, people headed in the opposite directions of us. That's going to happen. The easiest way that I've come to explain this is it's like, for example, a company hires you as the hiring manager, which means between the company and the employees is you. You're the person that's going to bring all the people in. But all of a sudden, they look at all the staff. They got people that don't show up on time, people that don't actually come to work at all, people that when they do come to work, they're not doing their job. So person after person's just bad employees. And you keep having to lay people off, then you bring in more people to replace them, and they're bad too. Who is the company going to start looking at as probably the issue? If they're a smart company, they're going to start to look at. And that's you. Because you are the person that's hiring all the people. So now they have a choice as a company: terminate you or go in and retrain you and give you the knowledge, the information, whatever's needed, so that you start to qualify people better, so you bring in a better quality employee. Does that make sense? Guess what? Dating works the same way. Guess who's the qualifying manager? The hiring manager, I should say. You. The only people that are actually attached to you are the people that are blood family. Those are the only ones. You have no choice with them. But even some of them you're not going to deal with. But I'm saying from a connection perspective, they're the only people. Everybody else, a choice. You're choosing to have them in your life. So that means you're hiring them. Now, again, think about it. There's people that you meet. The moment you meet them, you're not going to deal with them. We just do not connect for whatever reason. They didn't qualify. It's that simple. You're the hiring manager. They didn't qualify. Now, that means, and whatever you use as a qualifier, I'm not here to say how you judge, you're judging people, you're determining that. But whatever it is, they didn't qualify. So that means all the people that are here qualified for what you're using as a hiring device or mechanisms or thought process, whatever we want to call it. So that means you're responsible for all the people that are here. Now, if you don't like who's working for you, which means who you're dating, who you're surrounded by, and this is why you hear one of those analogies people say, well, if you want to know who your income, look at the top 5 people that are around you and it will tell you everything. It doesn't tell just income. That sounds good because that helps the people that want to use the income conversation. The people that are around you is because they're people that are like you and think like you. So of course the income is going to be a certain direction, which is like yours, because they're people that are similar to you. That's why you hired them to begin with. So my thing is, so if you don't like who showed up, when you can show me a list and tell me all the bad things about the person that's around you. See, me personally, I'm looking at you because I understand who's the hiring manager. Who's the person that brought them into that position? You. So if you don't like who's in the position, it's time to go get some training. That's the reason that you go out and you read, go get counseling, or you go and talk to people as mentors who have already done and have what you want. It's why you go to those people. It's because I'm looking for a shortcut so I don't have to keep going through, keep hiring the wrong people, and one day I'm going to figure it out. It's like, how can I do this quickly? Let me go find people that are getting the results that I'm looking for, and then listen to their conversation and then use some of their guidelines and help me get there faster. Some of us, we have to learn the hard way. We got to get the knocks and the bruises and go through the relationships where we're hurt and we're crying. You can do that route, and a lot of people do. Most people do, unfortunately. And then most people just stay there. They get stuck because there's no good men out there, or there's no good women, versus realizing, no, you have some bad hiring techniques, and the way you feel about yourself actually is the main focus, which is why you guys hear me say it all the time. If we get you to love you some you and understand your value, then you start to hire different people because you see them differently. You all of a sudden see the jerks. You see the people that are unreliable. You see the people that play games. You recognize them and you don't hire them, which means you don't get in a relationship with them. See, again, everything that I share and teach is all about getting rid of your problems. In this conversation, you are the person that's hiring all these people and bringing them into your life. If you don't like them, don't blame them. As Maya Angelou said, when people tell you who they are, believe them. They're just telling you who they are. You just get to decide on if the person they are is a person that you want to hang out with. And if you hang out with them, don't get mad at them for being true to who they are. Just say, need to go practice on my hiring techniques, my methods, because the employees I keep bringing in, or in this case, the relationships, I don't like what's showing up. So change you, and that's why it's always geared towards that. Change you. That's why when I hear people say, I keep getting the wrong person, no, you don't. You always attract based on where you are. See, if we use that hiring, it makes more sense because your thought process is why you're hiring the people. The same way with the dating. That's why you're bringing them in, because of your thought process. So it's always going to be, let's get you together. Then your hiring techniques become different, or in this case, bringing in relationships. You'll look at people differently. And again, it's not to judge, it's because you're more clear on where you're headed. And because you're more clear on where you're headed, you get to see if these people qualify for what you're looking for. And if they're not, it makes it easier not to get caught up in relationships because you're like, why? They don't qualify for what I'm looking for. And at this point, the ones that are in your life is because they qualify. Don't like who's showing up? Let's change the qualifications. Again, that's how you attract whatever people call, and I call this attracting the right people. But folks, you're always attracting the right people based on where you're at in your thought process. Again, people around you are just letting you know what that thought process is. And if you don't like it, time for you to change you, get rid of your problem. You'll attract a different person that now you get to call the right person, but it's always been the right person. You just need to recognize if it's what you really want. And as you guys know, it ain't right, it ain't wrong. It is my opinion. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.